Hello everyone, Leather Teen Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where I'm hitting myself in the face with my mic, where we are resuming our trial for Edgeworth not being guilty, I guess. I still don't understand why Von Karma wants people dead, why Von Karma murdered anybody. But now we have to prove that Von Karma didn't... Or no, we have to prove that Edgeworth didn't murder his dad and that Von Karma did it, and my cat needs to stop moving around on my leg so that I can focus on what's going on. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Does this mean I'm technically... No, I'm still the defense attorney. Because I'm proving he didn't do it. But I'm proving also that Von Karma did do it. So I am both a defense attorney and a prosecuting attorney at the same time? Right? Then, through pointless... Oh. None of that read right. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. Fuck! Oh, well, okay, we're 2 minutes... We're about a... We're at least a minute in. We should be okay. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No. No, we don't, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? And that's why you want to run it by the books, because you already stole all my information. Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? So we just gotta prove that Edgy Boy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Right? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? Is he doubting himself now? You just confessed, fam. I think it'd be better, not that I'm gonna suggest how Von Karma should pursue this case against me. I think it would be a better idea for Von Karma if he specifically said, and just now in court, as per the record, you stated that you did kill your father. Right? Because, like, we don't have to fully... You wouldn't have to fully set that up. You just have to get it to, like, be a little plausible. Cat, if you do not calm the hell down on my lap, you have to leave. You're adorable. I love cuddling with you. Please just lay down and be cute. Thank you. It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. Well, I'm glad that didn't fit for you. I can't figure out what the hell it is. That will be key, but only if I can get it to work. If you bite my cords, Cat, this is going to be game over for you. Also, I have so much cat hair. Okay. Please, 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 please. All right, Maya. It's okay. We're gonna get Edgeworth off scot-free because he didn't do it. He's innocent. The DL6 incident. I have cat hair in my mouth. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Yeah, but we didn't even know that there was ammo in that. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. Did it sound like this? Yeah! Because I'm pretty sure that was the voice thing I used when he died. Yeah, this is a very serious matter. Maybe I shouldn't joke about that. Could you stop trying to eat my cords? That's all. Okay. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. I'm pretty sure it was still just a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. What I don't understand, by nature of elevators, you shouldn't lose oxygen? So, did something happen? Like, were you guys on the ground floor and then, like, debris landed on top of the elevator? What's the deal? The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Okay? Yes, Your Honor. I got this. I think. My nose itches. Okay. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Okay, so I think we should press on everything. Let's see if he remembers any of the details of the case. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? That's incredibly important information. I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and that Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Set that up. Put that on a file. We could use that. Conveniently, that just happened to be incredibly important information. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case. It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As I went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us inside. Can we press on that more? So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped into... Okay, I was like, including yourself. And my brain was like, excluding yourself? There's 4 people? No, there's 3. There were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. If you ever look up the Smiler incident in the UK, which it seems like a very random, obscure thing for me to know about, but my proclivity for a love of Final Destination took me down that path. I believe they said it was 4 hours before they were able to get out of the ride that crushed them. It's an awful and horrific story. And it's also incredibly important to hear what happened so that nobody else can go through it again, while also simultaneously listening more to the survivors' perspectives. Essentially, there was a system of like checks that were supposed to be being met that didn't quite check everything the way that they were supposed to, and there was an extra cart on the track than what was believed to be there. Nobody communicated that to the head management team. So the management team overrode it, thinking that there were only 3 carts on there, but there was 4, and one of them got stuck. And they got stuck because of the amount of high winds preventing this empty cart that didn't have anything in it from going through. So what happened was a cart full of normal people crashed into the back of it, and because of the pull handlebars on it, it concaved in, leaving, I want to say it was like an inch or 2 of space, meaning that the 2 women who were sitting in the middle of the 4-row cart each lost a leg and got severely damaged on the other one, and then the guys were not okay, but they didn't lose limbs. One set of the couple ended up later getting married, the other set did not, but they were trapped on that ride in that position for 4 hours. while the maddening Smiler music was playing, and active passerbys were encouraged not to help in this situation, and they delayed forever getting emergency services to them. It's a huge ordeal. Laws were later passed because of this kind of thing. So I can imagine how being trapped in that elevator, running low on oxygen, what that would mentally do to a person after having listened to the testimonials of at least the one couple who did end up getting together on that ride. And them talking about both their experiences and the experiences on it, but also the experiences of like living with the trauma and everything after the fact. So I don't unfortunately remember any of the survivors' names, but I have listened to them speak. I'm just really bad at names. Anyway, then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost composure and began to argue. Okay, that's the next thing I want to press.
Hold it!
What did you do then? I was 9 years old. I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, and now we continue on with something heavy hit my feet. What was it? A pistol. And you're positive it was the pistol? I assume that it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell out of his holster. That's a really hard thing to do on most models of pistols. Granted, we are talking like 15 years before 2002, so that does check a little bit more. But yeah, that's a little rough. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. It's really hard to go back and forth between these. A moment later, there was a single gunshot. Wait a minute. I need... Wait a minute! Wait a minute! There is no way that the shot on him and the shot on the glass could be from the same bullet if it only shot once. Unless he was standing in front of it and it's at an angle. But the picture shows that Edgeworth is in that bottom side of it, right? So it couldn't, if he threw it at Yanni, it couldn't make that. If he was on the other side of the elevator, maybe, but it couldn't make that trajectory. We're gonna come back to this, but I do want to press on it.
Hold it!
Press on this. The gun only fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. The terrible scream, I remember it to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. The one part of the testimony that clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I better find that out quick. Hold on, first I'm saying it again anyway. What is it about the scream? Okay. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incidents. No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney was trapped in the elevator returning from a lost trial with his son Miles Edgeworth. One bullet was found. The murder weapon was fired twice. Okay, so this is the information that I need to prove that there was more than one gunshot. Court bailiff trapped in the elevator with Edgeworth's. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After arrest, fiancé committed suicide. So what I need is the case file. I began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. I'm going to go ahead and present the case file evidence that proves on victim data that it was fired twice. Present, not show. You want to try that again? I'm gonna go for 2. So, are you sure? You're positive that you only heard one gunshot? You know, I think from now on, instead of just being Phoenix, I think I'm just gonna be Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny.
Drive up in a similar... Don't shake your head. I'm not done yet. Wait till you hear the whole thing. So you can understand this now. Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
Ignore the question.
Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
I don't know. I think you made your point.
Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
I may have been mistaken.
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the gunshot and then the scream. Okay. Then everything faded. Okay. Is it okay from the oxygen loss or what? I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. Nope. He lied, Your Honor. He lied. No, Your Honor, unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data. Go F yourself, buddy. Look at the victim data in this file. Can I just say, look at the file titled Victim Data? It says quite plainly that the murder weapon was fired twice. That's some doubt. That's enough to create doubt. Yet Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Oh, who looks like her rhetoric is pretty similar. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shots? Good question. That's a good question. Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Could be. Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It doesn't matter. Enough doubt could be created to get him off. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Actually, I do. It's the photo. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. Okay, I'm going to save it in case I'm just too advanced for this trial. You're not going to eat my cord again, are you? Just do it. I don't know if I did that or not. Okay. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. You have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident. I do, actually. I mean, besides the fact... Am I gonna match the ballistics for this pistol bullet to this one? Anyway, this is my evidence. Take a look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. I'm just gonna shut up. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim is lying there. Oh, that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Oh, buddy. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. How do I...
Take that!
As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Yes, pretty valid, yeah. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Well, it's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? Well, the murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 case incident file. Look closely. Try the case summary page, please. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna end the episode. No clues were found on the scene, but yet a bullet was still taken from his heart. That seems a little sus to me. Well, either way, that's all the time we've got for this episode. So, drink water, eat a food, and take your pills if you haven't, then you were supposed to. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.